Before we dive into these 7 lines, let me ask you a question. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? Do you reach for your phone? Do you grumble about having to get out of bed? Or do you seize the day with purpose and intention? You see, the morning is the rudder of the day. Those first few moments when you open your eyes set the tone for everything that follows. And that's why these 7 lines are so crucial. They're not just words, they're seeds. Seeds that you plant in the fertile soil of your mind each morning, seeds that will grow throughout the day and bear the fruit of success, happiness, and fulfillment. Now, let's talk about the first line you need to speak to yourself every morning. Today I choose to be happy. Notice I said choose. Happiness isn't something that happens to you. It's something you decide. It's a choice you make, moment by moment, day by day. And by making this choice first thing in the morning, you're setting yourself up for a day filled with joy and positivity. But here's the kicker. This choice doesn't guarantee that everything will go your way. You might still face challenges, setbacks, and disappointments, but when you choose happiness, you're choosing to approach these obstacles with a positive attitude. You're choosing to see the opportunities hidden within the difficulties. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to breeze through life with a smile on their face, while others constantly complain and struggle? The difference isn't in their circumstances, it's in their attitude. It's in the choices they make each morning. Now, I can already hear some of you thinking, but Jim, you don't understand. My life is really tough right now. I can't just choose to be happy. And to that, I say, yes, you can. In fact, it's precisely when life is at its toughest that this choice becomes most important. You see, happiness isn't the absence of problems, it's the ability to deal with them. It's the strength to say, yes, this is difficult, but I'm going to face it with a positive attitude. And that strength begins with a choice you make every morning when you say, today I choose to be happy. Let's move on to the second line. I am grateful for everything I have. Gratitude, my friends, is the antidote to dissatisfaction. It's the key that unlocks the door to contentment and joy. When you start your day by expressing gratitude, you're shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. And let me tell you, no matter where you are in life, no matter how much or how little you have, there's always something to be grateful for. Maybe it's the roof over your head, the food in your fridge, or the air in your lungs. Maybe it's the people who love you, the opportunities ahead of you, or the lessons you've learned from your past. Whatever it is, when you acknowledge it, when you truly feel grateful for it, you're creating a powerful positive energy that will propel you through your day. You're training your mind to see the good in every situation, to find the silver lining in every cloud. But here's the thing about gratitude, it's not just about feeling good. It's about creating more good in your life. You see, what you focus on expands. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you'll find more reasons to be grateful. It's like tuning a radio to a specific frequency. Once you're tuned into gratitude, you'll pick up more and more signals of abundance and blessing in your life. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but Jim, what if I don't feel grateful? What if I'm going through a tough time and I can't see anything to be thankful for? Well, let me tell you, that's precisely when you need gratitude the most. Start small. Be grateful for the basics. Be grateful that you woke up this morning. Be grateful that you have the ability to make choices to change your life. Be grateful for the opportunity to grow, to learn, to become better. Because when you're grateful for what you have, you open yourself up to receive more. The third line you need to speak to yourself every morning is, I am capable of achieving great things. This, my friends, is about belief. It's about faith in yourself and your abilities. It's about recognizing the incredible potential that lies within you. You see, success begins in the mind. Before you can achieve greatness in the world, you must first achieve it in your thoughts. You must see yourself as capable, as worthy, as destined for great things. And that vision starts with the words you speak to yourself each morning. When you tell yourself that you're capable of achieving great things, you're setting the bar high. You're challenging yourself to rise above mediocrity, to push past your comfort zone, to strive for excellence in everything you do. You're giving yourself permission to dream big and to work hard to make those dreams a reality. But here's the catch, saying these words isn't enough. You must believe them. You must feel them in your bones. You must let them sink deep into your subconscious and become a part of who you are. Because when you truly believe in your capabilities, when you have unwavering faith in your potential, you'll find that the universe conspires to help you achieve your goals. Now, I can hear some of you saying, but Jim, what if I failed in the past? What if I've tried and fallen short? To that, I say, failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. Every failure is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger, to become wiser, to get closer to your goals. Remember, the greatest achievers in history all faced failures and setbacks. But what set them apart was their belief in themselves, their unwavering faith in their abilities. They didn't let failure define them, they let it refine them. And that's what you must do. You must use your past failures as stepping stones to future success. The fourth line you need to speak to yourself every morning is, I choose to focus on what I can control. This, my friends, is about personal responsibility. It's about recognizing that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you can always control your response. You see, life is full of variables. There will always be things beyond your control, the economy, other people's actions, the weather. But here's the secret. Successful people don't waste their energy worrying about these things. Instead, they channel all their focus, all their effort into the things they can influence. When you start your day by choosing to focus on what you can control, you're empowering yourself. You're taking charge of your life. You're saying, regardless of what happens today, I'm going to concentrate on my actions, my attitude, my responses. This shift in focus is incredibly liberating. It frees you from the frustration of trying to change things that are beyond your power. It allows you to direct your energy towards productive actions that can actually make a difference in your life. But here's the thing, this choice isn't always easy. It's tempting to blame others, to make excuses, to focus on the obstacles in your path. But when you do that, you're giving away your power. You're allowing external circumstances to dictate your life. Instead, choose to be proactive. Choose to focus on your circle of influence. Ask yourself, what can I do today to move closer to my goals? How can I improve myself? How can I add value to others? These are the questions that lead to growth, to progress, to success. Remember, the only person you can change is yourself. But when you change yourself, your thoughts, your action, your habits, you change your world. You become a force of nature, capable of overcoming any obstacle, of achieving any goal. The fifth line you need to speak to yourself every morning is, I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. This, my friends, is about perspective. It's about seeing the world not as it is, but as it could be. It's about recognizing that every difficulty, every setback, every problem is actually a chance to become stronger, smarter, better. You see, life isn't always smooth sailing. There will be storms. There will be rough waters. There will be times when you feel like you're being tossed about by forces beyond your control. But it's during these times that you have the greatest opportunity for growth. Think about it. When do you grow the most? Is it when everything is easy, when life is comfortable? No, you grow when you're challenged, when you're pushed out of your comfort zone, when you're forced to adapt and overcome. So when you start your day by embracing challenges as opportunities, you're shifting your mindset. You're no longer seeing problems as obstacles, you're seeing them as stepping stones. You're no longer asking, why is this happening to me? Instead, you're asking, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to become better? This shift in perspective changes everything. It turns setbacks into setups for comebacks. It transforms failures into valuable lessons. It makes every challenge an exciting opportunity to prove yourself, to develop new skills, to become the person you're capable of being. But here's the key, this embrace of challenges must be genuine. It's not about putting on a brave face or pretending that difficulties don't bother you. It's about truly recognizing the value in struggle, the growth that comes from overcoming adversity. And let me tell you, when you start to see challenges this way, when you start to welcome them as opportunities for growth, you'll find that you become more resilient, more adaptable, more confident. You'll develop a strength that can't be shaken by external circumstances. The sixth line you need to speak to yourself every morning is, I am committed to continuous improvement. This, my friends, is about progress. It's about recognizing that success is not a destination, but a journey. It's about dedicating yourself to becoming a little bit better every single day. You see, the most successful people in the world share one common trait. They never stop learning, never stop growing, never stop pushing themselves to new heights. They understand that in a world that's constantly changing, standing still means falling behind. When you commit to continuous improvement, you're setting yourself on a path of constant growth. You're saying, no matter how good I am today, I can be better tomorrow. You're acknowledging that there's always room for improvement. Always something new to learn, always a way to refine your skills or expand your knowledge. But here's the thing, improvement doesn't happen by accident. It requires intentional effort. It requires a willingness to step out of your comfort zone, to try new things, to face your weaknesses head on. It requires discipline, persistence, and a burning desire to become the best version of yourself. So how do you put this commitment into practice? Start small. Set aside time each day for learning. Read books, listen to podcasts, take online courses, seek out feedback, and be willing to act on it. Reflect on your experiences and look for lessons in everything you do. Remember, improvement is not about comparing yourself to others. It's about comparing yourself to who you were yesterday. It's about making progress no matter how small every single day, because those small improvements, those tiny steps forward, add up over time. They compound, and before you know it, you've traveled farther than you ever thought possible. The seventh and final line you need to speak to yourself every morning is, I choose to make a positive impact today. This, my friends, is about purpose. It's about recognizing that your life is not just about you. It's about the difference you can make in the world around you. You see, true fulfillment comes not from what we get, but from what we give. It comes from knowing that our actions, our words, our very existence has made the world a little bit better. When you start your day with the intention of making a positive impact, you're aligning yourself with a higher purpose. You're giving your day meaning beyond just your personal goals and desires. Now, making a positive impact doesn't necessarily mean doing something grand or heroic. It can be as simple as offering a kind word to someone who's struggling, helping a colleague with a task, or making an effort to brighten someone's day. It can be about doing your work with excellence, knowing that your efforts contribute to a larger whole. It can be about treating people with respect and kindness, spreading positivity wherever you go. But here's the beautiful thing, when you focus on making a positive impact, you'll find that it comes back to you multiplied. You'll find more joy in your day, more satisfaction in your work, more meaning in your relationships. You'll attract positivity into your life because you're putting positivity out into the world. And let me tell you, this intention to make a positive impact can be a powerful motivator. It can push you to go the extra mile, to persist in the face of challenges, to strive for excellence in everything you do. Because when you know that your actions have the power to positively influence others, you'll find strength and motivation that goes beyond personal gain. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. These are the 7 lines you need to speak to yourself every morning. 7 simple statements that have the power to transform your day, and by extension, your life. But remember, these aren't just words to be recited mindlessly. They're affirmations to be felt, to be believed, to be lived. Let's recap. Today, I choose to be happy. I am grateful for everything I have. I am capable of achieving great things. I choose to focus on what I can control. I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. I am committed to continuous improvement. I choose to make a positive impact today. Now, I want you to imagine what your life could be like if you started every single day with these 7 affirmations. Imagine the positive energy you'd carry with you, the resilience you'd develop, the growth you'd experience, the impact you'd make. But here's the thing, saying these words once isn't enough. You need to make this a habit. You need to ingrain these affirmations into your subconscious mind. And that takes repetition. It takes commitment. It takes discipline. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 30 days, I want you to start your morning with these 7 affirmations. Say them out loud. Write them down. Feel the truth of them in your heart. And watch how your life begins to change. You see, success leaves clues. And one of the biggest clues is this: successful people start their day with intention. They set their mind right before they set foot out of bed. They prime themselves for positivity, for productivity, for purpose. And that's exactly what these 7 lines will do for you. They'll set you up for success. They'll prepare you to face whatever challenges the day might bring. They'll remind you of your potential, your blessings, your ability to make a difference. But remember, these affirmations are just the beginning. They're the foundation upon which you'll build your day. What you do after you say these words is equally important. You need to align your actions with your affirmations. You need to live out these principles in your daily life. When you say, "Today I choose to be happy," you need to make choices throughout the day that contribute to your happiness. When you say, "I am grateful for everything I have," you need to pause and appreciate the blessings in your life. When you say, "I am capable of achieving great things," you need to set ambitious goals and work tirelessly to achieve them. When you say, "I choose to focus on what I can control," you need to direct your energy towards productive actions rather than worrying about things beyond your influence. When you say, "I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth," you need to face difficulties head-on, looking for the lessons and the chances to improve. When you say, "I am committed to continuous improvement," you need to actively seek out opportunities to learn and grow. And when you say, "I choose to make a positive impact today," you need to consciously look for ways to add value to others' lives. You see, these affirmations are not magic spells. They won't change your life overnight, but they will change your mindset. And when you change your mindset, you change your actions. When you change your actions, you change your habits. When you change your habits, you change your life. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, "But Jim, what if I don't believe these affirmations? What if they feel fake or forced?" And to that, I say, fake it till you make it. You see, your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. When you consistently feed it positive thoughts, when you repeatedly affirm your potential and your purpose, it begins to accept these ideas as true. It's like planting seeds in a garden. At first, you might not see any results. The soil might look bare and lifeless. But if you keep watering those seeds, if you keep nurturing them day after day, eventually they'll sprout. They'll grow. They'll bloom. And before you know it, you'll have a beautiful garden. The same is true with these affirmations. At first, they might feel awkward or unnatural. You might not believe them fully, but if you keep saying them, if you keep reinforcing these positive ideas day after day, they'll take root in your mind. They'll grow stronger, and eventually they'll become your default way of thinking.